Good morning, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Tabi pun, ya pun. I'm Fira Ayusafila, representative from University of Lampung. I will be delivering an informative speech related to Sustainable Development Goals number 7 on affordable and clean energy, entitled Involvement of Indigenous Communities in Optimizing Affordable and Clean Energy Use as Indonesian Economic Resilience Strategy Post-COVID-19 Pandemic. The SDGs confirm the pathway to achieve a better and more sustainable future for people from every corner of the world. SDGs address global challenges such as poverty, climate change, and access to affordable and clean energy for all, which the world needs to achieve by 2030. With slogans, "No one is left behind," the SDGs reflect spirit of togetherness, especially during this time of health emergency, the COVID-19 pandemic. All of us know that from December 2019 until now, countries around the globe are suffering to deal with COVID-19 pandemic, including Indonesia, which is striving to uplift its downgraded economic outlook. Indonesia now has been launched various efforts to recover its economy post-COVID-19 pandemic by deploying many strategies while filling the SDGs target. One of them is through involvement of indigenous community in optimizing affordable and clean energy use. The affordable and clean energy itself is part of the SDGs. It encourages reliable and sustainable energy system by investing in renewable energy resources, prioritizing energy efficient practices, and adopting clean energy technologies and infrastructure. The indigenous communities have been utilizing varieties of local wisdom sought from their characters, values, and culture as valuable capitals in creating harmonization between nature and humans since 100 years ago. Therefore, I would like to share several success stories of the synergy between indigenous communities with their local wisdom to optimize the practice of affordable and clean energy during COVID-19 pandemic. First, from the Kasepuhan Ciptagelar indigenous community in West Java province, with their sustainable agriculture and energy, this community has been energy independent since 30 years ago. The Ciptagelar community is self-supporting and working together to build its own electricity with the help of solar and hydroelectric power plant. This indigenous community-based renewable energy has supplied 332 houses with more than 38,000 people benefiting from micro power plants. Another story comes from the Kulon Progo community, Yogyakarta, with their success in micro hydro power plant using the flow of Progo River. 95% of people in Kulon Progo community admit that the cost of electricity is much cheaper due to this system. Before the power plant, they had to pay 100,000 rupiah for electricity bills, and now they only need to pay around 12,000 rupiah per month. From these success stories, we can conclude that strategic and innovative effort to synchronize economy resilient post-COVID-19 pandemic with the SDGs fulfillment are sometimes come from just around our corner through our indigenous communities. Before I end my speech, please allow me to say words in Lampungese. Mak ganta kapan lagi? Mak gam sapa lagi? If it's not now, then when? If it's not us, then who? I'm Fira Ayusafila. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.